Yeah, today's our discussion is about the error detection codes. Normally, binary information, be it pulse modulated signal or digital computer input or output, either may be transmitted through some form of communication medium such as wires or random waves. Networks must be able to transfer data from one device to another with complete accuracy. The accuracy of the data is required. We call it as when I am sending data from sender to the destination, the data should be accurate. So, but what happens is because of the intruders or some other problems, the data can be corrupted during the transmission, either from input to the output or like a transmission, which we call it as source to the destination. Any external noise introduced into physical medium changes bit values from 0 to 1 or vice versa or 1 to 0. Normally in digital communication, entire data will be in the form of zeros and ones. When I'm sending data from sender to the destination, the zeros may be changing to ones or ones may be changing to zeros there. So we are having error detection. For reliable communication, errors must be detected and corrected. An error detection code can be used to detect errors during the transmission. The detected error cannot be corrected, but its presence can be indicated in error detection codes, which are very, very simple. Normally, errors means there is a chance of single bit error or chance of multiple bit errors or burst errors may be possible there when I'm sending data from one place to the other place. So normally a single bit error means you take this example there. In this, I have in total there are 8 bits. 8 bits I am sending from sender to the destination. Now, for example, if there is a fourth bit like this is 0, when I'm sending to the destination, now it is changed to 1. Now 0 is changed to 1. This kind of the error is called as a single bit error. Now we can see 2 bits now. Now same data. I have 8-bit data at the source. I am sending to the destination. Now if we take this example here, in the 4th bit as well as in the 7th bit, there is a error there. This kind of error is called as a 2-bit error. Now, normally burst error won't happen in normal phases. For example, if there is like a cyclone or like tsunami type of problems there, there what happens is now there is a chance of error in a some complete data. Now, for example, if you take here, there are 5 bits there. There is error in all 5 bits. See, this kind of the error is called as a burst error. Normally won't happen there. The term burst error means that 2 or more bits in the data unit have changed from either 1 to 0 or 0 to 1, but that is one way. At the same time, we can tell that now burst errors does not necessarily mean that now the errors occur in the consecutive bits. The length of the burst is measured from the first corrupted bit to the last corrupted bit. Some bits in between may not be have corruption also there. Means that now, for example, in the burst transfer, sometimes you will say that now there is a error in some length there. One point to the other point there, some bits may be changed, some bits may not be changed also. That is also can be called as a burst error. But normally we won't deal with this burst error. There is a chance of 1 bit error or 2 bit errors. Having this kind of errors is very, very less there, and detection may be possible. Correcting such kind of errors may not be possible also. Now in the error detection, now error detection means to decide whether the received data is correct or not. I received at the destination, whether it is correct or not, without having a copy of the original message. If original message there with me, no need to detect the error also. So normally the original message is not with me at the destination or the receiver end. There I should know that yes, there is error. Error detection uses concept of redundancy, which means adding extra bit or detecting for detecting the errors. We will see here. Now we use a method called as parity bit generation for error detection. This is a method which can understand yes, there is error in the receiver end. A parity bit is an extra bit included with a message to make the total number of ones either odd or even. In sending end, the message applied to a parity generator where the required p bit is generated. Parity bit is generated. The message including the parity bit is transferred to the destination. In the receiving end, all the incoming bits are applied to a parity checker to check the proper parity adapted or not. So here in parity bit generation, we will do one method here. Parity bit generation, parity bit checking. At the source, I am calling it as a parity bit generation. At the destination, I am calling it as a parity checking. So this method is depending upon the redundancy. I am adding one more bit to the actual data. So we can see here with this example, we will call it as two methods here, parity bit generation using odd parity method, using the even parity method. Both methods are different depending upon the device using or the method I am using. Either I can go for the odd parity generation or I can go for the even parity generation. I will explain about here odd parity generation. Assume my message is a 4-bit data, 4 zeros are there. In odd parity method, the rule is that including the parity bit, total number of 1 should be odd. Again, I am repeating, in odd parity method, at the parity generation, including the parity bit, total number of 1 should be odd. If a message is 000, I will generate 1 as the p bit. P bit means here odd parity bit. Similarly, I will tell the another example. Assume my data is a 4-bit data, 0 3 ones. For that odd parity is 0. Now to the destination, I will send the 5-bit data 0 1 1 1 0. At the receiver end, I have parity checker. In the parity checker, the rule is that now, including the parity bit, all 5 bits I will check. Again, the rule is odd parity only. So if my data is 0 1 1 1 0, I will say that now there is no error because the total number of ones are odd. But either odd parity method or even parity method, the rule is that now it can detect only one error only. This is for 1-bit error only. If more than 1-bit error is there, this method won't work. But at the same time, I can tell that now the chances of having 1-bit error itself is very less in the present sophisticated mechanism. So here this method is dealing with only with a 1-bit error only. If there is more than 1-bit error, these methods won't work. Either even parity method or the odd parity method won't work. We have to go for the other methods like Hamming code, such kind of things there, which we will discuss in the next session. Now here, for even parity method, the rule is that including the parity bit, the total number of 1 should be even. Simple rule. Either I will go for the odd parity method or I will go for the even parity method only. Any device can have only both sender or destination. Best example is like walkie-talkie. At the sender as well as the destination, I will follow only one rule. Assume that I will follow the odd parity method only. So we will see this example, odd parity example. My actual data is 1110. Now the parity bit is 0. The reason is the rule is in odd parity method, including the parity bit, total number of 1 should be odd. Now, I am sending this data 11100. LSB is parity bit. Assume that now, in the middle, in the transmission, there is error. If the receiver data is 11000, I have a parity checker there. Parity checker will check for all 5 bits, including the parity bit, whether total number of ones are even or odd. Here, the total number of ones are even. Because my method is odd parity method, I will say that now, since total number of ones are even, yes, there is a error. Since total number of ones are not odd, error is detected. This is the way of sending the data, receiving the data. Here error is detected, 1-bit error is detected. Where is the error? Actual, what is the error? I cannot tell here. This is only detection only. I will tell that whether there is error or not. Similarly, if the method is an even parity method, example, my data is 1110, parity bit is 1, then I am sending data 3101. If receiver end is 11001, I will say that no, yes, there is error because including the parity bit, total number of ones are odd here. My method is a even parity method. So for that reason now, I will say that now error is detected because total number of ones are odd. Like this now in even parity method also, using even parity method also, error can be detected. So this is the example of the error detection codes, even parity method and the odd parity method. At the senders, I am having the parity generator. At receiver end, I have the parity checker or parity checking. I can have two methods, even parity method and odd parity method. I can say that now both these methods, even parity method and odd parity method, both are for detection of the single error only. I can detect only one error only, 1 point. And both the methods, even parity method and the odd parity method, both are only for error detection only. I cannot correct the data. Where is the error? I cannot tell. I can say that yes, there is error, and I will ask the sender to retransmit the data. Now, in this session, we discussed about only error detection codes. These two codes are even parity method and the odd parity method. At the sender, I have the mechanism called as the parity generation. At the receiver, we have the mechanism called as the parity checking. Both are for single bit of error, detecting single bit of the error. In the next session, we will discuss about the error correction codes. There I can handle, sometimes I can handle more than one bit also. We can see, and we can say where is the error, we can correct the error also. Thank you very much.